couple years back, I've been making a lot more records as a producer, and that's been something that's really fun. I never thought that, I never had that as a real ambition, but as I continued to make records over the years, I started to become more and more comfortable with the studio. And actually, the first record I ever produced was my friend that I was with last night, Scott Terry from Ohio's own Red Wanting Blue. I did a record for those guys called The Wanting. It's a record I'm still really proud of. They wrote such cool songs, and they came to Nashville and made this record, and started getting a few more phone calls, and that started to become something that I spent a lot of time doing. So got to the point where I needed to, thought I could maybe have my own studio, so I started looking at buildings, and I started thinking about how I'm going to build it just on our property and all this different shit. And my wife finally said, we got this guest room that we don't really like people coming to stay in. I said, go on. And she said, what if we just sort of change some things around and just put your studio in the house there? I said, you're telling me I could have a studio in the house and we could have fewer family members that we don't want staying here? Color be there. So we had a friend come over and help me, and we wired everything and built this really great room I'm super proud of. And we got this cool gear, and I was like, all right, I need to make the first record in my own studio, and I'm going to do it on my own. I had this genius idea. And mind you, at this point, I've produced records, but I've never engineered a record. But I was like, I'm going to do a solo record all by myself. I'm obviously going to write the songs. I'm going to play all the instruments. I'm going to record it. I'm going to mix it. I'm going to do the artwork. This is a great idea, and I've thought about it on my late nights and on my walks, and I'm in this room, and this studio I've always wanted. I was like, this is my place. It's like a little laboratory. I'm going to make my own record. And so I sit down and I spend a few days finalizing some songs and get that all ready to go. And I'm like, okay. So I start teaching myself to do the work. And after about a week, I had one song done. And I felt pretty good about it. And my manager called. He said, how's the record coming? I said, good. He said, well, when are you thinking it'll be done? I said, I don't have a plan really yet. When do we need it to have it out? He said, by Tuesday of next week. And I said, well, fuck. And so I didn't engineer the project myself. I had a friend of mine come over, and I did all of the other parts of the shit that I just mentioned. But I didn't do that part of it because that was crazy. But it's this cool record that I was super proud of. It's over here tonight. It's called Tenderhearted Boys. This is one of the songs from it. It's called Deadbolt. Leave the window open, let the rain blow in. Drifted off for a minute, but I ain't doing that again. The jacket's in the kitchen, I left my boots there on the floor. Everything that I was hiding ain't hiding anymore. Time's a lonely dancer, yes, it keeps you on your toes. It's the holiest of answers, it's the hardest one to show. You just saw right through me like some hollow picture frame. You made something out of all this shit that I thought just a game. So time to put that deadbolt on the door, 'cause I can't hold this out back anymore. Made me finally see maybe I could really be enough. Wander over to me, I hear you whispering my name. It's a perfect hallelujah in a sweet and slow refrain. Lonesome candle flickers, I watch you taking off your dress. Hardest part is over now, I got no sins left to confess. So it's time to put that deadbolt on the door, 'cause I can't hold this all back anymore. All these broken little shadows on the floor, you just can't